If you don't know, my friend, today the killers of AKA, they're actually going to court. Yes. You know, when you think about it, I've never thought that in 2024 I'll be talking about AKA, who is no more, and all the other people that have actually left us. I mean, after COVID, we lost so many people, your friends, relatives, and everyone else. But then I think the death of AKA really shook this country. So when we heard that the suspects were arrested in Swaziland, yes, Eswatini, we were like, I wonder if those are the correct people that have been arrested. Because let's not lie to ourselves. We have heard stories where people get arrested and those are the people that didn't really do the deed, if you know what I mean. But those are the people that happen to be at the wrong place at the right time, and the police and the justice system will be on some, we're taking you to jail because you are the one who's done the deed when you know that you haven't done anything. But as call up, okay, but today it is the day that they appear in court. For those who don't know who AKA was and is still, I should think, still one of our legends in South Africa, who was at the forefront of, you know, raising the flag out there overseas. We all knew AKA, man. The way he was so patriotic, I think most of us would actually question who we are when it comes to how he loved this country. You know, he used to have that flag, the South African flag. How many people do that? Because Bona Batung Sana, they don't want to be known as South Africans for whatever reason, and I'm not even blaming them. I'm not here to judge, but like I said, we are talking about AKA today. So for those who also don't know, the fact that the same AKA that I've just spoken about as a legend, as a father, was a father to a beautiful daughter who happens now as we speak doesn't have a father, like a lot of other kids in this country that lose their fathers and their parents because someone will just come and take their life. And it's exactly what happened to Cairo. Cairo's mom is DJ Zintle. DJ Zintle is also well known in South Africa as one of, I'll say, yo, DJ Zintle man, ngizothini? Umuntu who, as a woman DJ, especially in South Africa, I think she was one of the first few women that actually took the baton and they were like, you know what, we're going to start this thing. Men have been doing it. We're going to be DJs. And she's very successful, well known in Africa and I'll say internationally as well. Well done, Mama. You've done so much. And I mean, she's also a business person. She's not just a DJ. So it's someone that we actually look at her and are like, yo, girl, you've done this and it's possible. You know, when you think of the possibilities, you think of DJ Zintle. But like I said, we're not talking about anyone else but AKA. AKA, who was a rapper in South Africa, was actually shot and killed outside a restaurant that was in Durban. If you don't know, Durban is actually in South Africa, is one of the provinces in South Africa. South Africa has got 9 provinces. Yes, his life was taken in that province. But he was not alone. He was with his teammates, he was with his colleagues, he was with his management, I would say in brackets. He was with a friend who actually met him at the restaurant because the friend happened to be at that vicinity and they were like, no, we need to hook up, man. This is someone that has been close, as we heard, to AKA for the longest time, but unfortunately he was at the place, but it was the wrong timing for him because, as all we know by now, it was not about tips. This is the tips who was also his life was also taken on the day. Tips Motswane, he was there at the wrong time. Wrong place, wrong time, because as we know now with the stories that has actually progressed, the people that really took AKA's life, they were not looking for him, but he happened to be the person what was in very close proximity with AKA. Very loving, very, very down-to-earth person, as we had, especially when I mean the people that were not close to him, but someone who's also well known in the industry, in his right. So may their beautiful souls rest in peace. Today we hear that 5 men accused of killing both Ukinen, who is AKA Forbes, and his friend, as I said, Utibelo Tips Mutswane, are actually set to make their first appearance in court. Imagine, this is the first appearance, it's after a year. But let me tell you, in South African terms, this is very quick. And mind you, this actually happened in full view of his team, in full view of cameras, and in a place that was not hidden, in a restaurant, well-known restaurant. So you tell me that we only came to this now? But in any case, we're happy that the wheels of justice are actually turning. So this is what is happening today. So this is actually trending. It's a trending story. But also there are questions that are being asked because people are actually asking, why is it happening now? Why has it taken so long? Why didn't they tell us that there was actually a movement in this case? Because people have been asking questions. But for me, right now, it's neither here or there. All I'm just excited is the fact that we know that we've been told, and again, this is South Africa. We also hope and we pray that the people that were arrested today, last week in Swatini, or in the previous weeks in Swazini, or even about a couple of months in Swazini, are people that really, really are guilty of doing the deed, and the deed being taking AKA and Tip's life. Because we don't want them to come back and say, no, we actually made a mistake. Oh, no, we've actually had to release these people because the phone records don't actually link this one and that one. But as far as we know, they are actually adamant that these are the people that actually took both AKA as well as Tip's life. So it's a bittersweet situation. Bittersweet because we never thought that AKA would be gone. Sweet because we feel like justice system eventually is taking place. But also a lot of people have asked a lot of questions. Why are we actually concerned about and happy about the fact that these people are arrested? Have we forgotten that these people were actually sent by someone? When are we going to get hold of the person that took care, made sure that they contracted the people to take AKA's life? So those are the questions that people are asking. And you go on social media, you're going to be getting these questions. So are you actually also one of the people that are asking the questions, Uguti, why now? Do you know what I mean? Are these the right people that have been arrested? And also, what about the thousands, I would say 30,000 of South Africans that lose their lives in this country? Whether you are South African or you're foreign, but we know that almost every day someone loses their life. Even from a simple thing like someone wanting to take your phone, they will just take your life, and that's what happens in this country. So those are the questions that are being asked. Other questions that are being asked is, like I said, the person who contracted, because there's someone who's a mastermind for the fact that AKA is normal. And there's very different schools of thoughts. Other people are saying, let's not even ask that question, because even if you think that the person that we all know that have been mentioned on social media is the one, but also that person has also lost someone that was very dear to his life. But also there's a question that, is it because this person is moneyed? And people are saying this person will never be arrested. So are we going to be happy that these people are arrested? They were brought to that case by someone who has the money. So where we are at, it's like that bittersweet situation. But also people are also saying, yes, it's AKA, we loved him, we understand his role that he had in this country, but also what are we doing about the people that are actually there, your people like myself and yourself, your relatives that you've lost? Somehow, if you are in South African, if you are living in South Africa, you would either know someone who had actually lost their lives through crime, or you are actually close to a person that has actually lost their lives because of crime in this country. So definitely a lot of people have been affected by crime, but people are asking the question, is it because the rest of the people that are in South Africa don't have the money to push certain cases or are not celebrities, they are not well known, they are not the people that were out there and pushing the agenda of showing off that they actually love this country, because there are other people that are behind the scene that love this country as you can imagine, but they don't have the platforms to showcase it. So is it a question of who you are? Is that the reason why we are talking about this case now after a year? Those are the questions that we're asking. What do you think is going to happen at the court today? Do you think these people are going to walk? Do you think there's going to be more arrests? Do you think that we'll ever get to the bottom of this case to say who was behind the whole shenanigan of making sure AKA akasekho kamanje? Sikhuluma ngokuthi AKA is no more. Are we going to get to that? And most people are saying we will never get to that. We don't know, my friend, but let's talk about it. What do you think? Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think the justice system is actually turning their wheels? Do you think Ahmed is just one of those things? Nini, we're going to hear that these are the wrong people. Nini, we're going to have the very slow. The case is going to be postponed. What do you think is going to happen today in court? Let's talk about it, my friend. But like I said, may his family and everyone else that was close to both AKA as well as Dips, may they actually find comfort in the fact that there's so many people that are with their families with prayers and hopes that this case will not go cold. Thank you so much, my friend, for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe. Yes, please subscribe. I shall see you on the next one.